Welcome to Electrified. It's your host, Dylan Loomis. So first up today, hopefully this tweet from Elon will help those of you out there that are feeling a little upset with how Elon's been tweeting and handling his social interactions. He says, to be clear, he's spending less than 5%, but actually, of his time on the Twitter acquisition. It ain't rocket science. Yesterday was Giga Texas, today is Starbase. Tesla is on my mind 24/7, so it might seem like this meme is true, but it is not. Now, personally, this is how I felt all along. To me, Elon has already proven himself to be in the top 1% at least of the world in terms of time management and being able to endure pain. Everyone talking about him losing focus. For me, Elon seems to be one of the most focused people on the planet. He could easily kick back, relax, go do whatever, but he's still working crazy hours trying to solve all of these problems. So I haven't worried about his focus for 1 second. I know the noise can be deafening, but just do your best to tune it out. Speaking of noise, we're not going to get into the Business Insider allegations against Elon, but I will link this tweet from Unusual Whales below because he highlights some unusual options activity that could spot some foul play around this entire situation, and Business Insider definitely has a sketchy history to say the least. And shout out to Green the Only, I think he was the first one to spot this. Tesla's service manuals are now free. Previously, they were available, but it cost $3,000. I already went ahead and signed up and downloaded it, and this is what you see. I'll include the links below. Just be careful because there is still one option that's paid for a diagnostics subscription. That's not what you want. And here's the homepage, if you will, for the Model Y. You have all of these different service information documents, the service manual, documents for all models, the parts manual. Of course, you have owner's manuals, and then you have collision repair procedures and Model Y structural pack collision repair procedures. And when you click in, just as an example, you can see all of this different information on the left. I just clicked approved parts, tools, and supplies, drop down with more information, and then it gives you all of the approved parts, tools, and supplies like adhesives, frame bench systems, approved fasteners, etc. And yes, more information on the Model Y structural pack collision repair procedures, cast rear underbody one piece, and more information on how to handle this. And more instruction for what to do when ordering parts. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, I don't really care about this at all, what's the big deal? Well, I'm glad you asked. There is a much bigger reason this all could be very significant. To date, it's been tough, if not impossible, for repair shops to help Tesla owners. Tesla customers have mostly been funneled to have repairs done through Tesla's own body shops and service centers. Now, you can debate this, but of course, with new technology, Tesla wanted to ensure repairs were being done properly. With time, however, Tesla has slowly started to certify third-party shops that would undergo training and then be able to service Tesla vehicles. Now, Tesla taking the thousands of hours to prepare these documents and guides now for free could be a sign of Tesla continuing to expand its service options. These documents will give mom and pop repair shops the data and instruction needed to service Tesla vehicles better, which of course would really help the wait times that some Tesla owners deal with when it comes to service. If this shift is happening, it will take time for mom and pop shops to learn and feel comfortable, but this is the direction many people think Tesla should go. Now, the discussion of actual part availability and distribution is an entirely different conversation, and it's to be determined how Tesla will handle this moving forward. Parts availability has had its fair share of issues, but we've learned of Tesla building factories just to build spare parts to help with this issue. This will also empower many DIYers to tinker and do repairs on their own, for better or for worse. But Tesla making itself less of a walled garden over time, I think is a great thing, especially with the goal of advancing sustainability and safety. If you're worried about the competition catching Tesla now, don't be. Remember, many of these documents were already available for sale before, now they're just free. And many of the parts in Tesla vehicles cannot be replicated even with the instructions, as the machines that make them are custom built too. So go get your repair and service information from Tesla for free. Who knows how long it will last? It does look to be a 1-year subscription, as mine is set to expire on May 20th next year. Moving on, we get some potentially very exciting news about a Tesla expansion. According to Indonesia's investment minister, Bahlil Lahadalia, Tesla agreed to build a battery and EV plant in Indonesia. Bahlil said, God willing, Tesla will enter Indonesia this year, but I can't announce the month yet. Let's wait because we haven't signed an agreement yet. How much investment is still being kept secret, still waiting, but this is good stuff, big stuff. The team is negotiating, but rest assured the president has a special move to woo Elon. I personally have faith in it. God willing, Elon Musk's investment will come to our country. And from the local Benar News, Tesla agreed to build a battery and EV plant at an industrial complex in central Java province. And local economists have said what the Indonesian government needs to prepare is what kind of incentive package to give Tesla, whether they're tax breaks or lower import duties. We need to wait for realization by Tesla through the signing of a cooperation contract. And another consideration for Tesla, a more favorable industrial ecosystem, being the world's largest nickel producer. As we talked about in a previous episode, check it out if you want to. We also mentioned the favorable port situation in Indonesia. So there's many things to think about here. Will this be Tesla's partnership into more direct nickel mining and processing? Will Tesla build just a battery factory, or will they go with a full-blown Gigafactory? Of course, it seems obvious Tesla would want to keep the batteries as close to the vehicle production as possible, but if the Indonesian auto market is mostly more affordable vehicles and not that big to begin with, as we mentioned, Tesla would mostly be exporting products anyway, whether it be batteries or vehicles. However, could this be the place Tesla manufactures the dedicated robotaxi? Will this become a massive 4680 hub using nickel, cobalt, aluminum, and NCM chemistries to then export to the Semi, Roadster, and Model Y? Many possibilities, but we have to remember we still need to get an official contract signed, but so far both parties seem to be overjoyed at the prospect of working together. Indonesia has what Tesla needs, resources and a willing government, and Tesla has what Indonesia wants, the ability to assist in pushing the country to electrification and becoming a manufacturing and raw material hotspot. And please do not forget, Elon has been doing all of this negotiation while also dealing with Twitter, SpaceX, and everything else that the man does. It's going to be okay. And while some people will understandably point to issues like this, saying that Elon should only be focusing on getting the Model X production line fixed because now many users are having their estimated delivery dates pushed back into 2023, and some will be waiting now up to 2 years. That said, most of the reporting on this is saying that it's due to supply problems for certain parts of the Model X. Sometimes it's the trim. It's something that is out of Tesla's control as far as we know. And as I said, no person, no company is perfect. Elon admitted earlier this year that Tesla dropped the ball badly regarding the Model X production ramp, still having issues to this day. It's just something Tesla has to deal with. Eventually they'll get it sorted out, but there's going to be some bumps along the way. Just a reminder, the documentary on Elon and FSD titled Elon's Crash Course is set to air tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on FX or any of these streaming services. This is something we'll most likely be talking about next week. And I'd guess you should probably have your favorite drink of choice lined up if you do plan to watch this. Absolutely love this project from Starlink. Elon said super excited to be in Brazil for the launch of Starlink for 19,000 unconnected schools in rural areas and environmental monitoring of the Amazon rainforest. Hyundai and Kia are going through recalls of their own with their latest EVs. A voltage fluctuation could cause the cars to roll away when parked. Owners are advised to use the electronic parking brake when parking the cars rather than just turning them off and walking away, and the owners will be contacted to schedule a software fix, most likely taking it into the shop. Not yet able to do a full OTA update like Tesla most likely would be able to. That'll do it for today. Please like the video if you did. Hope you guys have a wonderful and a safe weekend, and a huge thank you to all of my Patreon supporters.